if there are any questions about this dangerous and important subject, you should not make it hanging in your mind. Ask about it. And the fact that the Prophet ﷺ forbade us from indulging into this subject does not mean not understanding it or not asking to understand it. Because one of the students of companions, he went on asking about this issue 5-6 companions or more, and they were all telling him the same answer, until someone told him the same answer, and then he quoted the Prophet ﷺ to tell him to say this answer, and that is, whatever occurs to you would never happen to you, and whatever happened to you would not have missed you. All pens have dried, and all books have been folded. And also in this hadith, we have books and pens, not one book and not one pen. That's why the scholar said 5 pens or 4 pens or 5 books or 4 books. Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا ذُكِرَ الْقَدَرُ فَأَمْسِكُوا. When the destination, this issue is mentioned, do not indulge in details. You don't have to go in details of something which is a secret. It's written in the preserved tablet. The will of Allah, the details of it are not with us. They are not published. They are in the preserved tablet. So why should we go and search for something which is hidden? You see? That's why Ali radiallahu anhu said, Al-Qadr sirrullah al-maktoom. The Qadr is the sacred secret of Allah. Don't go into details about the will and the wisdom and so on, in which you cannot reach. This doesn't mean we don't ask for the wisdom. We can ask for the wisdom, no problem. We are not Ash'aris who claim that there is no wisdom. The Ash'aris say that Allah does things for no cause. They say in their books, Allah takes the most mischievous person. Who is it? Let's say Khomeini or Iblis, let's say. Okay. And he can put him in the highest part of heaven. And he can take the most pious person, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and put him in the lowest part of hellfire. And when you tell them, how could that be? He said, no, it's his will, we don't ask. You see, this is wrong. This is a very stupid faith. This is not a faith which fits with the wisdom and kindness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see, and the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what we believe is, it is true, you don't ask Allah, but not only because He is the Lord and the Master, because there is no room to question. You cannot question His justice. He is the most just. You cannot question His wisdom. He does everything for a wisdom, for a good thing. So if you cannot question His justice and cannot question His wisdom, then where does your question come from? You see? But the Ash'aris, when they say we don't ask Allah, they say just because He is the Lord. You see? This is not true. We don't say this. This is not the way Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.